95% of our viewers are not subscribed. It would mean a lot if you could subscribe and help us reach our goal of 50 subbies.
Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing an updated version of How to Get Rich on Bloxburg, which I did a couple months back and you guys seem to really like it. So I'm going to do a little updated version. I'm a bit ill at the moment, but I'm fine. So if I sound a bit weird or if I cough or anything, yeah, that's why I've not got corona, but I'm fine. Anyway, yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so tip 1. Definitely quite an obvious one, but it should be really helpful. The best and the easiest way to make money on Bloxburg is working. But it's like really boring, right? So I would personally recommend using a private server if you have one. It's not too yours, but if your friend has one or anything, go ahead and use that because there's not any distractions. Find something to do while working is a really good idea. For example, like listening to music, watching YouTube, maybe like FaceTiming someone who's also working or something like that. Setting a target is so useful. Like saying, oh, I want 100k, or I want to get 2k every day, or something like that. But remember, your targets do not need to be big. It will all add up in the long term and you will get there. Okay, so now we're on to tip 2. Game passes. Okay, yeah. I know that loads of people are going to be rolling their eyes at that because, game passes, whatever. Yeah, but honestly, just listen to me. Although it is Robux, I think it's worth it. If you're working at Pizza Planet, you get shorter deliveries, and you just get more money in general. But you don't need a game pass. But I'll probably be making a video soon on what game passes I think are worth it and why not. So if I make that, you should go watch it and hopefully that'll be helpful. Yeah. So I do have the game pass and it's helped me a lot to gain money. I think you don't need it, but I just found it very helpful because, right, I mean, most people work at Pizza Planet, right? It's really boring when you get long pizzas, right? But the shorter ones aren't too bad, and you still get paid the same amount of money, I think. I don't really pay that much attention to how much I'm getting paid, to be honest. But yeah, it's just so much easier with the Game Pass, in my opinion. But honestly, if you don't have it, you're still going to get it. Stick at your goal, you'll get there. Tip 3. Spending money and how to not spend it on stuff you don't need. So, that feeling when you finally have enough money for the house you've been wanting to build or the car you've been wanting for a really long time is so good, isn't it? But it's really bad when you get that car, you build that house, and you're back to square one. You've got 100, whatever the bloxburg currency is called, I've forgotten, and have to start working all over again. So here's how I would stop that. So I always recommend working for a little bit more money than you need. For example, if you're trying to build a house that's 50k, then work for 70k, or something like that. I would just say working on one build at a time is a good idea. I shouldn't spend your money on one thing, and yeah, you're not spending money on 7 different builds or whatever, or even 2. So it gets a bit much. And a tip that I found very useful from another YouTube video is setting a spending limit for yourself, only spending 5k a day. Rather than just spending all of your money straight away and having nothing left. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Okay, tip 4. Where to work. I'm not going to tell you where to work like most of the other YouTube creators on Bloxburg. I do work at Pizza Place Delivery because people have just told me they pay better, but to be honest, I'm not even sure that that's true at all. So choose one of the jobs that you enjoy doing, maybe experiment around with all of the jobs, try each one out them out maybe, and find which job best suits you. And then I would just level up on that job, stick at it, because the higher level you are, the more money you get paid. So ultimately, find a job that works for you and stick at it. On to the last tip. Okay, so on to my last tip. I realised I just said that 3 seconds ago. Oh my god. I'm going to be talking about orange apple trees, the whole tree farm thingy. So, I know that in the last video I mean this, if you have seen it, I said that, yeah, these are a really good way to make money. But since then, I've actually done a bit more research into them, and they don't really work as well anymore. They don't give you as much money as they originally did, and they're becoming like a bit of just a waste of time, to be honest, and a bit of a waste of bloxburgs for the sprinklers and all of that. So even though like having full tree farms, wasting your plots on having massive trees, and all your bloxburgs on the sprinklers, and I said that's not very. It's just a bit of a waste. In my opinion, I don't do that anymore. I did used to have one, but not anymore. But I would have 2 or 3 on every single one of my plots, because it's really easy to manage them. It's like easy to water them all. You don't need any sprinklers or like the waterer thingies, whatever they're called. It's just really easy with this amount of trees, and it takes a few seconds to water them, and they'll look nice in your garden. So that's how I recommend having the orange and apple trees, rather than having a big plot full of them. It just looks a bit stupid in my opinion, a bit of a waste of plot. But honestly, if you want one, you will do that. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I helped you, and yeah, if you have any other suggestions, comment them down below and see if you can help anyone out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!